What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you can't tell by the title, we are looking at Sonic Racing for the Apple Arcade. Now, if you don't know what Apple Arcade is, Apple, the technology conglomerate, decided they want to put their foot in gaming and give us a gaming subscription service. It costs about $5 a month. You can play it on your iOS device, your Apple TV, or your macOS device. So it's a really cool service, but our friend Sonic the Hedgehog has an exclusive title over on Apple Arcade. So me being the huge Sonic fan that I am, and in celebration of the release of the Sonic movie, we're going to do a quick review of this exclusive title over on Apple's platform. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So, Apple Arcade. Apple is finally throwing their hat in the ring in the world of gaming. I made a video in regards to my initial thoughts when Apple first announced this service during the iPhone 11 event, so feel free to check that out if you want. I have never really been much of a mobile gamer, and even though I do own an iPhone, iPad, and a Mac, I never use these as gaming devices. I use my Apple products for productivity, editing videos, and the occasional binge watching session on the Apple TV for some of my favorite series. So, Apple Arcade is a very interesting choice for the company. So, when Apple was promising exclusive, unique titles for their service, that kind of caught my attention, especially when I see our favorite blue hedgehog holding a red iPhone 11 in the recent ad. This game is called Sonic Racing, and I know what you're thinking. Didn't we already review this game on console? Well, let's get into it. Where do we even start? Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. This game was not a good experience. Just for context, for this review I played the macOS version with the Xbox One controller paired. The game felt bad. Number one, you do not get to control how fast you accelerate, so making precise turns and trying to drift in this game is very shoddy. The frame rate was also extremely choppy, and judging by other videos I watched on this game, it's not just me. Racing games need to have a stable frame rate. If games like Asphalt on iOS can run and control smoothly, why can't this? The game just looks bad in motion, and I could not stand to play this longer than I needed to. This game has no story, which personally is not an issue for me because I feel like most racing games don't need a story if the gameplay is solid. This game also has a shop where you can buy Wisp for your team. The game does not even bother to go into explaining this mechanic, and honestly, I did not care. The game was not enjoyable to play to begin with, so why would I even be bothered with extra gimmicks this game had to offer? I only put about an hour into this game, and I knew I wouldn't even care to finish the rest. If you need your Sonic Racing fix, please do yourself a favor and avoid this particular title. I did a review on the console counterpart for this game called Team Sonic Racing, and even though I thought it was a step back in terms of quality in comparison to Transform, it still was an enjoyable game to an extent. This game is just a mess. Sonic has had his fair share of titles on mobile devices, and not all are bad. I had a fair amount of fun with games like Sonic Rush and Sonic Runners, and those games are of much higher quality than this mess in every way, so play those if you want your Sonic fix on mobile. I applaud Apple for attempting to allow developers to have a home for their titles, but Sega completely dropped the ball here, and you can tell there was no real care or quality put into this particular title. Avoid this. Play Team Sonic Racing on console instead. Please do yourself that favor. Alright guys, as always, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning into my channel and checking out this review. The next review we're going to be looking at will not be for a video game, but it's actually going to be for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie coming out on Valentine's Day weekend. I am super excited. It looks like the early consensus on Twitter is that the movie is actually pretty good, so that just makes me more excited to check out this movie, and when it comes out, you guys will see the review from me. So, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you then. Peace.